There are times when we see the true power and potential of an anime character, but this is mostly when the character is in a strenuous situation. So therefore, in today's video, we'll be ranking the top 10 power release moments in anime. But before we head into the video, be sure to give a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and press on that bell icon to be notified about all our latest new videos.
まさか
そうか
たたえよこの気高くも美しい不死にして最強の神ザマスを
And coming in at number 10 is Fuse Zamasu from Dragon Ball Super. When Zamasu and Black Goku were up against Goku and Vegeta, they found it pretty difficult to coordinate with each other. So to give Goku and Vegeta a tough time, Zamasu and Black Goku decided to merge. After the merger, they became a lot more powerful and they were somewhat untouchable. A great move, I would say. After all, they are fighting against the OG. Jokes aside, their merger created huge shockwaves, and this shows how powerful they have truly become. Fused Zamasu uses laser judgment that creates cracks on the Earth's surface. Our two Saiyans were no match to Zamasu and Black Goku's fusion form. Realistically, they should actually be thankful for the plot armor. Coming in at number 9 is Tact and Cosette unleashing sound from Tact Op Destiny. Tact is a conductor who controls Cosette as she is a music art user, and they both fight against the monsters with the help of music. They play music to attract monsters so that they can kill them, and they get into an epic fight as a lot of monsters appear after hearing the music. Tact controls Cosette and fights against the monsters, and the fight gets interesting when a giant monster appears, but they don't waste much of their time toying around with it. Cosette uses her gun as Tact commands her to do, and they attack the monster with their most powerful attack. To kill the monster, Cosette dashes and stabs the monster's core with his gun, and Tact commands to release music, which releases a massive amount of energy, and the monster evaporates. This anime is super cool when it comes to character development and animation, and if you are a fan of Zero 2, this anime, my friend, will amaze you.
隠蔽から強化の回魔力解放
Coming in at number 8 is Makoto Breaks the Seal from Tsuki ga Michibiku Isekai Dochu. Makoto is a world traveler. He is in the goddess world because his parents have signed a contract with a goddess. Although the goddess ditched him because he was ugly according to the goddess's beauty standards, she sent him to the wasteland so that he stays out of her sight. Apart from being ugly, Makoto is extremely powerful and he is considered a demi-human. He uses the ring that helps him absorb his mana, which overflows if not kept in check. When Goddess puts him in the middle of a battle, this is when everyone gets a lightning shot. When he was up against Sophia and Mitsurugi, the strongest adventurer, he breaks the seal by removing his rings to save himself. His mana starts to overflow, which results in complete havoc.
終わりです。彼は死に、竜は蘇った。
Coming in at number 7 is Utsuro Altana Outburst from Gintama. Gintama is the OG anime, and Utsuro is a villain which even overshadows the main character. He is the type of villain who can easily win fights without needing any extra help. His fight against everyone during the Silver Soul arc is a prime example of his credibility. Although he was not entirely alone, he made sure that 80% of the strength comes from his side. The constant release of Altana by Utsuro made it so difficult for Gintoki and his team to even stand properly. It even made them run away, and in my opinion they chose the right path. As we know, it's never a good idea to sit next to fire. Utsuro showcased his supremacy to everyone. The boy with a dark past achieved the ultimate strength. The green energy was all over the place as the battle kept getting intense.
来てやったぜ、お前の過去を。
Coming in at number 6 is Berkuli Summons White Dragon from Sword Art Online Alicization. War of the Underworld. Imagine you have to fight with just one arm against a powerful villain. I bet it is not an easy task and might even sound impossible to defeat an antagonist with just one arm, especially when someone is not the main character. But boy was I wrong when I first saw the fight between Broccoli and Vecta. I thought he wouldn't be able to defeat them as all the odds were in Vecta's favor. But when the battle began, Broccoli was all into it. He put all of his efforts into fighting Vecta. After watching the fight a couple of times, I noticed Broccoli was not just randomly attacking him. He made Vecta fall into the trap of thinking that he has become weak, while all he really wanted to do was give him an opening to use his ultimate power move, a move that he never showcased to anyone. He gets the opening after facing some trouble and he summons the White Dragon, and the Energy Blast along with the sword annihilates Vecta.
ませんが
Coming in at number 5 is Boroshiki vs. Boru from Boruto. The fight between Boruto and Boro made the show a bit better with its action. This episode flamed the hope amongst fans for a better future, as Boruto isn't any way close to its predecessor Naruto. After getting heavily beaten by Boro, Momoshiki takes the control of Boruto's body. After transforming into Momoshiki's manifestation, Boro feels the real terror. And he should feel that way because there is no way he is capable of fighting against Otsutsuki, especially on his own. Boroshiki, the transformed form, just goes berserk on Boro. He rips apart his hand and kicks him afar. Meanwhile, this guy gets low on chakra, so he takes some chakra from Naruto, who is lying unconscious. After getting the chakra, Boroshiki treats Boro as a kicking bag. He uses the Rasengan, but just not a small one. The impact of the attack shatters everything on the surface and creates a giant crater. Boruto has still a very long way to go, and if they drop episodes like this, they might become the fan favorite just like Naruto. Coming in at number 4 is Toma and Guna vs. Misaka from A Certain Scientific Railgun. If you are looking for a teenage sci-fi anime, this one might appeal to you. This new gen anime is full of action and drama. I mean, who doesn't like seeing teenagers showing off their skills in front of enemies? The fight begins when Toma and Guna, who met for the first time when they both came to the city center to stop Misaka, is causing havoc. They both meet and tell each other to not come in each other's way. The fight gets super exciting when both of them try their best to stop Misaka. They get together after Toma tells Guna that he can stop her, and to do that, he has to touch her to reveal his human form. Guna decides to help him out with his amazing power punch that unleashes a yellow energy burst, which hits the iron shield and destroys it completely. As soon as the shield gets destroyed, Guna throws Toma toward Misaka so that he will touch her, and that will make her human again. This anime has great fight choreography and animation. Perfectly executed, in my opinion. And number 3 is Endeavor Fights the First High and Nomu. Endeavor has got to be one of the best characters in the My Hero Academia franchise with character development. From being the second best hero in the My Hero Academia universe to becoming the best after All Might's retirement. Although at that time he became the number 1 hero, he knew he hadn't become number 1 by surpassing All Might. But his fight against the High and Nomu completely demonstrated how capable of a hero he is. He deserved that stop. He made sure that no one got hurt, he took Nomu high enough so that Endeavor's own power will not hurt anyone, and went beyond plus ultra when he used the Prominence Burn to defeat the High and Nomu. His attack was so powerful that it cleared the sky and made him look like a giant burning meteorite. At this very moment, he became the number 1 hero in everyone's heart. Even his son acknowledged it. Coming in at number 2 is Luffy uses Red Rock from One Piece. Recent episodes of One Piece are super stuffed with amazing animation and action scenes. And one fight that was trending a couple of months back was Luffy against Kaido. It is never a good idea to mess with Luffy's friends, and Kaido crossed that line, and he was the reason behind Kinemon's death. The entire moment was so emotional. Kinemon's death made Luffy full of rage. After all, he had lost his friend. Luffy attacks Kaido with a powerful punch, and then suddenly he uses his Hawkeye to attack Kaido. He attacks him with Red Rock, a massive burning punch filled with anger and other emotions. The punch hits Kaido and smashes his face on the ground. The impact creates shockwaves and shatters the surroundings. And number 1 goes to Saber Alter Excalibur from Fate Stay Night Heaven's Field 2. The battle between Saber and Berserker is truly a masterpiece, not just in terms of animation. Both of the characters are considerably powerful, whereas Saber has great sword ability along with a powerful weapon. Berserker fights head-on with her, but he is not that good against her. The fight begins with fast-paced action, Saber using the Excalibur Morgan, which creates massive beams that annihilate everything that comes into contact. However, even after getting sliced by Saber, he still manages to regenerate his body a few times. In the final move, where Berserker just regenerated himself from the previous attack, he rushed towards Saber and attacks her. She manages to defend herself with one hand and uses Excalibur Morgan as a final blow, which eradicates everything around her, creating a giant explosion similar to a nuclear bomb, just a little bit more colorful. Alrighty everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below, and let us know what your favorite badass fight is. Also, don't forget to like, share, and definitely don't forget to subscribe. And if you would like to support me, then consider becoming a Patreon member, as it helps me to keep creating content like this just for you. And with that being said, as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.